How are we doing, guys? Welcome to the preview and the predicted lineup. Arsenal against Fulham. We are back in Premier League action after the international break, and this one feels like it's longer than normal because everybody comes back and normally you play at the weekend, but for some reason they decided to make it just all about the FA Cup over the course of the weekend, which means everybody's had to wait till midweek. So it's been a little bit longer than the 2 weeks normally. Now, Premier League, we've already discussed this. We've said it 1,000 times. The title's gone. It's felt very much like that for quite a while now. You look at some of our performances and you see the way, things are going and how flat they are, even in the crowd and everything. There's that kind of already, resigned feel to it, that it's done and it's dusted. And despite the issues that Liverpool may well be facing, and there's obviously loads going on with the news that broke recently about Trent Alexander-Arnold, and he's going to be going to Real Madrid, and fans are in uproar, and the lead is too big for Liverpool to mess it up. It's as simple as that. If they lose the Merseyside derby, if they then lose the one after, and we've won our games, maybe I will sit there and have a different, feel about it. But right now, it's just about playing games, playing minutes, and going all out in the Champions League. Because that's next week, and we start against Real Madrid. We know that. So the big news, Bukayo Saka is back. It brings such a smile to my face, and I think it brings a smile to every Arsenal fan's face. And when you listen to Mikel Arteta in the press conference, and he was saying that Saka's ready to start. I did hear that we had a behind closed doors game last week, and Saka was involved, and apparently he's flying. But yeah, I don't think he will start. I think that Arteta's probably got that in his mind, but with Real Madrid next week, I would probably say this will be one where he comes off the bench and gets a good 20 minutes under his belt. Probably starts against Everton, at the weekend, and maybe gets an hour, and then ready to go against Real Madrid. Starts the game. It's as simple as that. It should be a massive boost for everybody, and not just the players and whatnot, but even for the fans. And when we'll go to the game and we see him warming up on the touchline, it's just going to feel so good to have him back, because his absence has literally derailed everything. And it's very simple. Take Mo Salah out of Liverpool for 3 months. They're not where they are in the league. It's as simple as that. Listen, Fulham, they've already had a game. They played at the weekend. They were in FA Cup action, and they got absolutely destroyed by Crystal Palace 3-0. Mad, really, when you think about how well Fulham done to get to where they were. Beat Manchester United at Old Trafford in the last round, and then they get absolutely done by Crystal Palace. And they miss out on a place in the semi-final and a trip to Wembley. But even though semi-final shouldn't be played at Wembley, and I've said that for a long time, but that's a different matter. Listen, at the end of the day, apart from Calafiori, who picked up a knock on international duty, I think everything's all right. Jurriën Timber's back training. It wasn't too much for him to be worried about over the international break. I think it's all quite positive. It's all quite nice, and I'm looking forward to it. Just a couple of weeks away from Arsenal kind of gives you that recharge and that refresh, and it makes you want it to return, and you just fall in love all over again, and you're just like, what an idiot. This is football. It grabs you by the balls, man, and it just drags you in all the time. And now I'm going to games again as well and stuff. It's just like, oh no, here we go again. But listen, lineup I think is going to be quite predictable. I think it's quite obvious what we will go with. So yeah, with that in mind, this is what I will pick, and I think it will be pretty close to what Mikel Arteta will go with. In goal, David Raya, straightforward. Right back, Jurriën Timber. Again, straightforward for me. Ben White, he's not up to speed yet. I think you'll probably see the best of Ben White again next season, to be honest. Depends how many minutes he gets here or there over the course of the remaining games. I think if, we're looking to rest for Champions League games, dependent on how far we may go or whether this is it against Real Madrid, Ben White will probably get more minutes. But for this one, Jurriën Timber. Right centre-back, William Saliba, very, very straightforward. Left centre-back, Gabriel. Didn't play in Brazil's last match, actually, was suspended, something to do with the yellow cards and the totalling up of them and whatnot. And, done his training whilst celebrating his daughter's birthday, I think I read online and saw. Obviously the club will have known and everything involved. And, it'd be absolutely fine for this one. Left back, Miles Lewis-Skelly, straightforward for me. Listen, at the end of the day, his season's been absolutely phenomenal, isn't it? And, you look at his performances for England and a goal and everything, it's just brilliant. He starts on the midfield area, just in front of the back four. Thomas Partey, I'm not too worried about the fact that he was away with Ghana and the travelling. Their last game was a week ago, Madagascar. Couple of goals in that as well. Really good performances as well from Thomas Partey, but straightforward for me. On the right-hand side, Ethan Nwaneri, England under-21s, brilliant goal. Saka close to returning, but just not starting yet for me, so Nwaneri's there. Odegaard, again, a player that went on international duty and had a fantastic, couple of games, and very good. And I'd like to see him bring that form back, most definitely. Next to him, Declan Rice. Again, performances great for England. Got an assist in there as well. Straightforward for me. Left-hand side, Martinelli. Be interesting to see how Fulham set up. Fulham don't normally sit with low blocks, but then when we did go to Craven Cottage earlier on in the season, Fulham played a different style of game that I've never seen them play before. So it wouldn't surprise me if they do set up in that way. But Martinelli starts. And then up front as the main striker, I think it will still be Mikel Moreno, to be honest with you. I think that's what Mikel Arteta will go with. And I don't think much of that will change, to be honest. So, like I said, the positive is Saka returning. It's just a huge positive, isn't it, at the end of the day. The bench would look a little bit better, shall we say. There would be more options when you've got Saka. You would have Trossard and Sterling, and it just looks a little bit better, is what I would say. You've got Zinchenko as well that can play in that kind of number 8 role as well, which seems to be something that Mikel Arteta has been doing a lot over the last month or so. Scored a great goal last time out in the Champions League from that position. So that's definitely an option as well. Listen, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I think the mind is going to be focused on Real Madrid. But this is a game we can get minutes in. Players can kind of get going again. Everton at the weekend at Goodison. And we move on. It's as simple as that. And, let's just win as many games as we can. See what happens with Liverpool. Who knows? It's in my head and my heart, it's not going to happen at all. It needs a monumental collapse of epic proportions that have never been seen before. But no, Liverpool have won the league for me. Listen, we just go about our business, play our games, get as many points as we can, finish second. I know it's not an achievement, but it is what it is. And we move on. And it's as simple as that. And let's not pick up any injuries. That's the most important thing. So, Yeah, there we go. That is it for the preview and the predicted lineup. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Do you agree or disagree? If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and I will see you lot very soon. I'm out of it.